Victor Wembanyama, he's been sensational in his first 3 seasons in the NBA, and for the first time we get to take a look at him in the postseason. This is a pivotal Game 4 for the Spurs. They'll need everything they can get out of that young man right there, leading his team in scoring, rebounds, and blocks so far this season. And the Spurs have outscored the Thunder with Wemby on the floor, but they've gotten crushed during the non-Wemby minutes. Outscored by 38 points in 29 minutes without him. When Wemby is off, the Thunder are shooting over 62% from the field. You see it there, a 20% difference depending on whether or not Victor Wembanyama is on the court. So obviously he shoulders a big load. Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famer, still here. Jamal Crawford joining us. Thank you so much
for making your way over. Ghetto Hall of Fame.
The Ghetto Hall of Famer. No, you're like the lifetime.
No, you can't leave her out, man. You can't leave her out, man.
I told them not to let you on our show.
I thought you were just making a point.
Thank you, Melo. Thank you, Melo. His arms aren't long enough to reach me. All right, so let's get into the storyline we brought you here for. You trained with Wemby in 2024. Tell me about that experience and what you guys were working on to continue to make him better.
For me, we were working on some of my games, some of their games. We were watching film of these guys at night and then doing my stuff in the morning. So he's just so focused. Everything about him, a lot of people can learn stuff, very few can learn and then go apply. And that's what he did. And he could download things really, really, really fast. And it was almost scary.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of the best basketball experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, let's take a closer look at what you've been noticing about him, especially throughout this series here, Jamal.
For me, every time he's closer to the rim, he dominates. Right now, he's gotten further away from the rim. You can start to play different ways. Is how you end it. Right here, if you see it's a double screen. Reverse Spain action. If you watch it, he gets downhill. Castle has a 2-on-1 right now. He can lay past that. Throw it up. Nobody else can get it, but the guard is almost as responsible as well. They have to engage the defense so they have a clear vision. Right now, they clear out. Now you have the height advantage. This is an easy, no-brainer. I need the ball, one dribble, and it looks fake. Yeah. That's how we imagine Wilt looking, right? That's what it looked like when Bill Russell was looking. It don't even look real right here. Caruso has some success, but now he's trying to front. But it's where Wemby posts up at. There's no help back there, and that's where Dunk at the N1, and he took the ball and said, I'm taking my ball and going home. And then if you watch right here, it's always about how you can get those 3-on-1s, 3-on-2s, that 2-on-1 to engage the weak side. The low man's not there because he's scared to leave a shooter, but now you're leaving Wemby to dunk. So the more he's there and closer there, the more successful the Spurs will be.
But see, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah. That movement right there is collapsing the shell to open up for his teammates. It's just they made the adjustments now. It's putting Hartenstein on him so he can't. So they have a big on it instead of the smalls. So they got to find a way to really get him involved around that basket, even with Hartenstein on it. And that's setting that's Iverson's cuts. Get him on the move to get him in that paint because that's where he dominates.
And even in the pick and roll, like we see here, when he's rolling, 9 times out of 10, it is a guard that is the help guy. If he catches, if he sits in the paint, like you say, he doesn't need a dribble. Just go up and finish, get fouled.
And he needs to roll with force.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has to trigger something. I took it. My bad.
No. I'm about to agree with you because I was just about to say I would love to see Wemby start gaining his spot early on.
Yes.
When you come across that paint, start sealing in the middle of the paint.
Push that
and when they push you, you at the box where you're comfortable, where you want to be. I want to see him dominate the paint today. We've seen he can do this in Game 1. I want to see him dominate this paint. And sometimes even with a big on you, I want to see you go down there and dominate the paint. Today, I'm going to agree with T-Mac. Wemby has to be, I'm going to use the transcendent today as a player. He has to be the best player for 48 minutes on this game tonight.
I love to see him getting the rebound, pushing the pace a little bit. Now Hartenstein has to guard in space while he's coming downhill or coming at him with speed and pace. Let's see how they do that. You get early fouls on him because we know bigs typically play with their hands.
And when he starts dominating in there, that's when we start making all the GOAT comparisons and what's going to be. He has to go back down there and open up everything else.
Okay, so after having 2 games of less than what he would like to do or performance that he doesn't love, how do you think he responds? You've spent time around him, so you know the way that he thinks the game and processes everything that's happening.
I'll say this story to y'all because y'all family. I'm not going to say the player.
Okay.
When we were training, I put him on the phone with a player, and he was like, oh, man, he was really excited about it, getting the future with him. And he was like, but you know what? I got to beat him first. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, he has a different type of desire. He has a different type of focus.
I know that.
So I know for him, it's burning him, and this game can't start fast enough.
Yeah. We keep saying
we know who the player is. You understand?
This dude here.
Something else.
Great story.
Can I say happy birthday to him,
You
though?
can.
Absolutely.
I got this dude's jersey on my wall present day. Like,
yeah.
for real. This is one of my favorite players ever.
Okay, well, we appreciate you stopping by, Jamal.
Let me get that down. Get it down long. Arms got long.
It's the only way you're going to be able to come back, okay?
For real.
That's Jamal Crawford. You'll hear him during the game. He'll be with Mike Tirico and Reggie Miller. It's been a great call this entire series. All right, let's take a look at Melo Star Player Parlay on DraftKings
Here we
Sportsbook.
go.
Melo, let's get a win.
Let's get a win. We're going to get a win today. I'm confident today. Today, we got 3 legs tonight. You know, you give me Caruso, scored 10-plus points. The man's been averaging 21 a game in this series, scored 15 or more in all 3. He's not stopping. You give me Julian Champagnie for 2 threes. Spurs leading threes, made this postseason 38% from 3. He's the one Spurs stretching the floor with Wemby, drawing attention on the inside tonight. And lock Chet in for 7.5 rebounds. With J-Dub still day-to-day, well, obviously J-Dub is out today. Chet's going to eat on the glass. Plus 276. Listen, that's the play. This is Melo's parlay today, and you guys will be glad that I made this today.
Okay.
This is my parlay.
So for the first time this postseason,
For the first
Carmelo
time.
Anthony says, you will be glad that you made this parlay. He's going to get a win, okay? That's what he said. There's Isaiah Hartenstein. He's been drawing Wemby for the last 2 games. He had 8 offensive rebounds in Game 2, 8 rebounds in 21 minutes in Game 3. We'll see what Zay has for us here in Game 4. Y'all not going to let Zay ride?
I'm not calling him Zay.
Oh, come on. We'll be right back.
San Antonio's been waiting exactly 9 years for this night. The Western Conference Finals settle in. Back to Wemby.
Wait a minute now. Is he going into his bag this early, Jamal?
50 in a row to open the game. Unbelievable start for the Spurs. The Thunder roar back. Williams, 3 3-pointers.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered.
And the tension in this one ratchets up. And a flopper from the crowd.
I don't expect their fans to love me. I love them and appreciate them, whether they're for me or against me.
McCain scoring, and Wemby does.
Jarrett McCain is not bashful.
You just feel the deflated energy of this building. And tonight it was Feel the Thunder.
So on a fiesta night, the Thunder rolled in and they took a win away from San Antonio on their home floor at the Frost Bank Center. Now listen, OKC, they have not lost on the road so far this postseason, but the Spurs, they've never lost 3 games in a row so far. So they are looking to get their lick back, and they need to do it tonight to even up this series. Welcome back courtside. Maria Tay, the Hall of Famer, still here. We add in another one, Reggie Miller joining us right now.
Another one.
Another one, and another one, and another one.
No, you the one.
Do I dare? Okay.
All gave you innings.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Listen, okay, so technically we took Reggie off the bench to come over here and talk to us. So let's get to the OKC bench and what we've been able to see them do. 76 points we saw in Game 3. That's spearheaded from Alex Caruso. He's been more than impressive so far for OKC this series.
Look, we've all played on teams where guys did absolutely everything to contribute to winning. Look at the winning plays here by Caruso. Here's the switch on 7-4 Wemby, right? So not only does he have to keep him off the glass if the shot was to go up, but it's a loose ball. First to the floor, comes over with a turnover, off to the races. Here, the touch pass. The Spurs are going to come double-team SGA. Caruso already knows where J. Will is. Touch pass for a wide open 3. Contribute to winning plays. Here is a missed shot by McCain. A little tip to Casey Wallace leads to another Williams 3. It's all these little plays. This is what I love right here. Here's the high screen and roll. Look at all that space to Caruso's right. Let me get into the vision of SGA to get this wide open 3, right? And it's not only points with Caruso, though it's been a bonus in this series. These are the hustle plays right here. Not giving up defensively, the block shot from behind. It's those little things. And I had to go back a chance to look at the last 6 NBA champions. All of them have had players like Caruso.
Absolutely.
Last year was Alex Caruso.
Eric White.
2024 was
Eric White.
Derek White. 2023 Denver was Aaron Gordon.
There's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of who's Brown. Who's Brown? Yes.
2022 Golden State, Draymond. That guy, right, does everything.
Livingston.
Milwaukee, 2021. OG OG Bobby Portis, crazy eyes, right? Crazy eyes, did everything. And 2020, when the Lakers won in the bubble, we go back to Alex Caruso.
Need him.
Yes. And
You
that-
need those players for winning.
And he's not the only one. Remember Jared McCain coming off the bench and what he was able to do? It seems as though the depth that keeps showing up for OKC, and they haven't gone as deep as they possibly could into that bench, Melo.
Not at all. You talking about depth with this is not a luxury of having a deep bench. This has been built over time. Like and to your point, they have two guys that haven't even been playing. One that played at all. Wiggins and Isaiah Joe probably played a couple minutes this series. They can go deeper into their bench, which is phenomenal. I'm waiting to see what move that OKC and Coach Dago makes for this game, because those are a couple names that we haven't heard of, we haven't seen in this series, only a little bit with Isaiah Joe. But those two guys are coming here and change and continue to push this series to 3-1 if they are allowed some playing time today. So that bench that OKC have, the depth of theirs, it's no luxury, man. This is something that Sam Presti has been building and have the vision of what a real team should look like.
Reggie, I've always talked about a pet peeve of mine of coaches. They don't utilize their bench during the season. Then you get in situations in the playoffs where you look down that bench because you need to play a guy with a foul trouble, injury, thrown out, whatever the case, and you don't feel comfortable. That is not the case with OKC or San Antonio. They've utilized their bench all season long to where when they get into a playoff situation, I feel comfortable putting my second unit out there and play and win games. And that's what has happened with these guys. I mean, we didn't even mention Cason Wallace, who has been fantastic. Shooting the ball, but his defense, like he causes havoc before the ball gets to half court. That's another guy who just goes under the radar, but it's very important for their team.
I think real simple. Watching last game, I never thought I would say like the inexperience in San Antonio, but they showed their youth in the last game. And OKC, they showed the experienced team, being the better team and the more experienced team in the last game.
But I think on the flip side tonight, the Spurs will respond. Everyone's talking about the OKC bench. Watch Keldon Johnson tonight and watch the rookie, Brian Carter. I think both of them will get more minutes tonight because they want to answer the bell here. And again, Cason Wallace, I think, will move into that starting lineup with Mitchell out. And now comes Isaiah Joe, another shooter off the bench.
The thing with OKC guys, even if they're not making shots, they still have an impact on the game because their defense is so stellar, right? San Antonio guys, if they're not making shots, you can see the body language. It messes with them. It bothers them a little bit. Keldon Johnson is a guy that's struggling with his shot, but he could do other things. I look for him to be extremely aggressive in the interior tonight to get himself going.
I say Dylan Harper, averaging 14 points. Here's a guy that understands his game. He's very comfortable, and he could be a mismatch problem we saw in Game 1, where he can get into the paint, he can rebound, he can start the break, but he can kind of punish some of those guards, offensive rebound, and get them extra possessions, which San Antonio need. They need extra possessions.
And it's also 2-1. Not 3-1, okay? This is a series. This is still a series right here.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to tie up the series. Dylan Harper only played 17 minutes in Game 3. He talked to Ashley Shamady. He's feeling better. And you're right, Cason Wallace is getting the start tonight for J-Dub. They're actually 15-0 with the starting lineup they're going to put on the floor today for OKC. Now, since Reggie is here, we do have a surprise for him. Illumination's Minions and Monsters, the genius of how the Minions conquered Hollywood and accidentally unleashed monsters onto the world. Well, you can see Minions and Monsters only in theaters July 1st, but you can only see an NBA Showtime, yes, and Basketball Night in America member Reggie Miller as a minion right here.
Reggie Minion.
Wait, pause. Reggie, do you see Cheryl Dean's over there in the corner? You got Spike Mad in the left corner.
My boy. I've made it. It's time for me to retire. I've made it, guys. I am a minion. Thank you. My kids are going to love me now.
We really hyped you up for the game. I'm sorry, Mike Tirico, but you're going to have to deal with that. That's not our problem anymore, buddy. That's your problem. Reggie Miller, Mike Tirico, Jamal Crawford will be on the call. We'll let you get back to your job. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're getting you set for Game 4 from the Frostbank Sitter, an opportunity for the Spurs to tie up this series 2-2 or OKC to go up 3-1. By the way, teams that go up 3-1 in a 7-game series win 95% of the time. We've got more when we come back.